Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I have one of my students, Nico, here with me. Nico is here because I want to pick his brain. He's had a lot of success selling products on Amazon FBA after joining Winners Ecom Workshop. Hello, Nico. How are you today?
Hi, Tamara. I'm doing fantastic. And yeah, thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited to share, just about my journey with Amazon, as well as the recent success that I've had since joining your Winners Econ program. So
I wanted to ask you, so Nico's situation is a little different, you guys. He already has an existing online business and he built his Amazon FBA business on the side while he was an extremely busy entrepreneur. So let's just introduce yourself a little bit, Nico. What is it that you do before we get into like the numbers and how you got your success?
sure, yeah. So with my main business that I had like before ever getting into Amazon, what I do is I help people use like chatbot and AI automation to essentially make more sales in their business. So that's a really cool business because I get to work with a lot of different types of entrepreneurs and help them basically streamline their sales process. However, it's a very time intensive business for me because, I'm oftentimes working, all day, like one-on-one with my clients for that business. So yeah, while I have had a lot of success with that business, it's definitely something that, it takes a decent amount of energy and time. And so the reason why I was looking for something and stumbled upon Amazon FBA was because I wanted a different source of income that wasn't going to require much, if any, of my time.
Right. So when you say that what you're doing right now, it requires a lot of your time compared to Amazon FBA, how much time are you spending on your Amazon business these days?
Yeah, it's a great question. I mean, I would say maximum like 30 minutes a day. So sometimes it's more like 15. Really just kind of like checking through a few things each day. And that's pretty much it. Like I've really got it down to a checklist. And yeah, I would say 15, 30 minutes is really it.
So we all know that as a beginner Amazon seller, you don't just start with 15 minutes a day. Like Nico worked really hard to find the right products to sell, and that's how he's able to make passive income using Amazon. So I wanted to ask you, Nico, I have some questions here. They're really hard questions, by the way, because I know these are questions that my students and my audience always wonder. So one of the questions I get asked is, what was the hardest part about your journey? Like, let's talk about that.
For sure, yeah. So I would say there were a couple things, but I would say like the main thing was, for me, I actually kind of had a unique situation. I don't know if everyone starts off in this way, but I actually started working with someone as a business partner in my Amazon FBA business. And then a little while ago, about a year or so ago, they split off and, we kind of parted ways. And so now I'm just doing it alone. So, I think at the beginning, I initially thought that was going to actually maybe shorten my time to success or maybe
Right.
make it a little easier.
Yeah.
But it ended up making it actually harder because, there was that dynamic with the business partner. And then once we parted ways, I had to kind of step back and relearn a lot of the things that I didn't really learn the first time. So, I would say for me, that was definitely, it was an added challenge.
Right. So that I've heard a lot about this as well. Like we have people wanting to start an Amazon FBA business with their spouse or with a friend or with a business partner. And I'm not telling you guys that's the wrong thing to do, but just be prepared. There will be a lot of disagreements. And when there are disagreements with product selection, suppliers, investment, this is a real business. And when there are disagreements, you have to be prepared to either agree with them or kind of settle in the middle. So I've been watching Nico's journey for 2 years now. He's making quite a bit of money now compared to when he had a business partner, which leads me to my next question. How much profit are you making on average per month?
So right now we're making I'm making about 72K per month gross, and profit margins are around 35% right now. So let me see if I can tell me if you can see it.
Yep, I can see that. Awesome.
Okay. Yeah,
Oh,
so profit margins are, yeah, just around 35%. And I know that you had mentioned, as your business grows, you can actually kind of expect the profit margins to become a little bit smaller, but that's okay because you're still making, the actual profit that you're making is still really high. So,
exactly. And I remember a year ago when we talked, you were doing about $33,000 a month with just one product gross, and then your profit margin was 50%. And I thought, whoa, like, obviously you have a really good product to hit those margins. In case you guys are new to selling on Amazon and you're watching me right now, good profit margins for any product on Amazon is over 30%. So that's amazing, Nico. And correct me if I'm wrong, you have two products right now or three?
yeah, we just have two products now. Or sorry, when I say we, I mean I, because I have one customer service rep that I'm managing, but I'm just the sole business owner. So
Awesome. So what changed about Amazon since you started 2 years ago? Like you said, you had a business partner, and even though you had some success, you just started to venture out on your own. I mean, if someone were to start this Amazon business model today, obviously it's not the same as 2 years ago. So what changed, do you think?
I would say the biggest thing that I think has changed in the past 2 years, and especially since joining your student group and going to the weekly live calls, like what I really realized is you need to have a really good product. Like it doesn't just work anymore. This may have worked a while ago, but it doesn't just work to copy somebody else's product. You really have to, you really have to follow the steps, and you have to follow your product locator formula to find a really good product. And yeah, you can't just copy someone else's. Like if you follow the steps that you give us in your program, then it really pays off. And I can tell you, like, personally, it's really, really paid off for me. So I'm really happy that I took the time to learn your process and to follow your process. And, ultimately it's been pretty life-changing. So
Well, thanks. I remember when we first met, like a few years ago, it took you months to find a product. Like you kept coming to me and you're like, Tamara, I can't find a product. I can't find a product. And then finally you caved and joined me in the program. And I gave you that product locator formula. How long was it? How long did it take you to find a winning product after you had the formula?
it was like the first month.
Good. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
on track.
it's like right away, pretty
Yeah.
much.
So
And
I'm
it might
glad.
have been like 4 or 6 months or before that when and I still hadn't found a winning product. So
I think that is a lot of people's biggest problem. So you guys already know if you have the wrong product, there's no way you can make any money. Like it just doesn't work. But when you have the right product, it's pretty damn easy. Like even for me,
yeah,
like I spend about 15 to 30 minutes per day just checking up on my advertising, and everything is passive. If I need to reorder inventory, I just message my supplier on Alibaba. Hello, I need to order 5,000 units. And that's it. Is that kind of like how you're kind of managing your Amazon business as well, on top of what you're doing?
yeah, it's super. I would say at this point it's really streamlined, extremely passive. Like this is really the most passive income that like you're actually going to find. I know people out there on the internet are like, you don't have to ever do any work and like you'll make all this passive income. Usually that's a lie. But with Amazon, it's like, yeah, it takes a little while to get it going, but once it is up and running, like really it's like 15 to 30 minutes a day. Just check in on, with our customer service rep and check in on the advertising campaigns really quickly. And yeah, every once in a while, like ordering new products, and that's it.
Right. Okay. So I just quickly did the math here while you were chatting, and
Mhm.
$72,000 gross a month with 35% profit margins is impressive. So I'm sure everybody wants to know, like, what are you doing with all the money you're making? I get asked that question a lot. So what are you doing with all this money that you're making, Nico?
Great question. So I think I told you I got my new Mercedes, which
Yes.
I have a picture of. So if you want me to share that,
Yes. Look at that.
I know.
What's his
So
name? Does he have a name?
it doesn't have a name yet, but I'm open to suggestions. You guys can comment down below.
Awesome. Okay, so you
So
got a new ride.
a new ride. That was something that I've been dreaming of for like years. So aside from that, retiring my mom is something that has been really important to me because she raised me and brought me up like with her own blood, sweat, and tears, so to speak. So it was really important that I give back to her. So yeah, now that I have this really like super passive income stream that's pretty consistent month over month, I'm able to, essentially take care of her like in full, so that she doesn't have to work anymore, which is really, it just feels good for me, like as a son, to be able to do that for my mom. So that, and then, yeah, whatever is left, obviously reinvesting into the business is important. I think a lot of times people who are brand new in business want to just take all the money and spend it and, never reinvest. And I think it's really important to enjoy your money and have fun with it when you do start making money. But you also need to be aware of, you need to put a certain amount of that back into your business so that you can keep generating more profit. And if you have leftover money, which I certainly do now, then, being able to invest that into other passive income streams or other income streams. So, real estate and stocks are other things that I've been recently investing into as well.
Awesome. Speaking of your mama bear, you guys let's tell the audience, you guys take a few Aspen trips a year, don't you?
Yes, we do. It's a beautiful place. If you guys have never been there, you should definitely Google it.
And
I
I
know.
don't know why people keep talking about Aspen.
You need to go there. It's like freezing, freezing, freezing during the winter. So you might want to go during the summer, but it's gorgeous. It's definitely a pricey place, but because of all the Amazon profits that I've been making, I can, easily take care of like really nice hotel rooms and like lodges and stuff like that for me and my mom, and just pay that in full without even thinking about it. So
Yeah. Well, I'm happy for you. That's great. And I've talked about this so many times on my YouTube channel, you guys, because I can't stress enough that when you first make money, always think about reinvesting most of it if you can. Like, should you buy a nice car? Sure, if you can, afford it and make sure you pay the payments and the maintenance and gas and everything. Like, there's a lot of expenses that go into a car. A car is a liability. But when you reach a certain level of success, treat yourself, but always remember a big portion of the money needs to be reinvested back into your business. So in your Amazon FBA business, I recommend people to look for a similar product to the ones that are already winning. So Nico, obviously, I know what you're selling. I'm not going to expose it. But even with Nico's products, the product A goes in hand with product B. And when you have two products that are very much alike, but kind of different in their own way, the customer who buys product A will buy product B if they like this product, or vice versa. So always think ahead on how I can spend my profits that will make me more money. So good for you, Nico. I'm super happy with every time we chat. You just always provide me with the best updates and you're living your best life. So if you want to learn how I made my first $1 million online working for myself, then make sure you get my free Amazon FBA training in the YouTube description below. Click on the free training link, enter your name, enter your email address, watch the training to the end. It's only 15 minutes long, and you can book a free one-on-one consultation with my team, and we will walk you through beginning to end how to find good products to sell on Amazon so you can become financially free.
yeah, thank you so much, Tamara. Like seriously, this would not have been possible at all without you and your mentorship and your program. So I want to thank you so much. It's been seriously life-changing just to know that you have this consistent passive income coming in every month. Like, I mean, it totally changes your life. So thank you.
Glad. I guess the last question I have for you, Nico, is what advice would you give to new sellers? There's a lot of scarcity around here, and people, just afraid of losing their money. They're afraid of choosing the wrong product. They don't want to leave their 9-to-5 job. So what do you have to say to these new sellers?
Yeah, I would say the first thing is stop doing what I did, which was just scrolling around YouTube and watching a ton of different YouTube videos, trying to piece things together from different people who you don't even know if they're legit. And you're really just kind of shooting yourself in the foot with that. So, like I said, literally within 1 month of joining Tamara's course and following her product locator formula, I had a winning product, as opposed to spending months and months and months and being confused and frustrated and never getting anywhere. So, I mean, that's my shameless plug to you. Like, my advice is like sign up for your course and like follow it to a T immediately. Other than that, like I would also say take it seriously and make this a priority, because yes, it's supposed to be, ultimately it can become like really a lifestyle business and something that you have to put almost no time into. But at the beginning, you have to take it seriously and treat it like a real business so that it can grow to that point.
Yeah, I totally agree. I have people in my DMs and they tell me all the time, it's been a year and I haven't found a good product to sell, or I found a product after 8 months and it flopped. And I'm like, dude, if you only, have a step-by-step blueprint to follow from someone who has already had the success and have other people having success, you should be making so much money in 12 months. Like, it's just crazy how people are so held back and afraid to try something new, because obviously your way's not working. So having that blueprint in place really helps. So I hope, next year, Nico, we will have you back here with more success stories and more products, and have an update on how your business is going. But thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, of course. I'm happy to share. And thank you, Tamara, for just all your mentorship and all your advice and putting everything in a really step-by-step way so that, not just myself, but all of your students can follow it and get success quickly.
Which reminds me, guys, if you want to watch one of the tutorials I posted on my YouTube channel, I'm going to showcase it right here. Basically, Nico was someone that I was referring to when he implemented my Amazon keyword strategy. His sales got a huge boost from implementing that strategy, and that video is right here. All right, guys, I'll see you guys in my next YouTube video. If you have found value and liked this video, please help me give it a huge thumbs up and subscribe to my channel.